Welcome everyone to this week's Colorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. Happy EOSTRE week this week. Hope you're enjoying yourself, getting lots of eggs. So we are using 3 colors that have been inspired by my Facebook community. Thank you for the colors. So our colors are, let me see, it's blood red, which is for the eclipse. Then we have robin's egg blue, which of course is for Easter or EOSTRE. And then we have lime green, which was one of the colors as well. So that is blood red, robin's egg blue, and lime green. Use your intuition to select one of those 3 colors. And remember to stay to the end because we're going to have a color for all of us. We're going to take the color for all of us from this bag. So we don't know what that's going to be till we get to the end. So before we get started, remember to get my free color kit at bit.ly/color kit, and also remember that I make jewelry to bring color into your lives and of course to bring the qualities of angels and spirit and lovely sparklicious energy. So this is one of the pieces that I've just made. This has an angel wing, of course, and Herkimer diamonds and white topaz and clear crystal quartz, so very powerful. You'll find that in my store, store.sealedwithlove.com. Okay, so let's get started. So our first color is blood red, and that is of course in honor of the eclipse, which is the 4th of April or the 3rd of April, depending on where you are in the world. So that blood energy of the eclipse is just really about the color that happens when that eclipse emerges. And the red energy that's with this, there's an aspect of movement that goes with it. So there's almost a sense of, this is in Libra, so if we think back to Libra, which is September, October time, then from that time until now, there may have been some things in the works, things that you're trying to get going, and things just keep getting stuck, and you sort of, 2 steps forward and 1 step back, that kind of feeling to it. So I feel that this blood red energy is about you getting moving. It's almost like the clouds are parting and you're able to see a way forward. That's the sense of it. Maybe you haven't been able to see a way forward. Now, I'm thinking of this as projects, but this can also be with relationships as well. But if you're not in a relationship, then it's about how do you step into a relationship. If you are in a relationship and it's not going as well as you want it to, then you'll be able to see the way forward in that relationship. That's the feeling to it. Let's just see if there's something else. There are quite a number of people in the Facebook group that were saying blood orange as well, like an orange. So I feel that is about your health. Red is an energy which connects to your health. So maybe you need to look after yourself a little bit more right now. We all need to do that, right? But with that red energy, it's about not burning the candle at both ends, being a little bit conservative with your energy. So relaxing, meditating, etc. Just keeping yourself grounded in this moment and not doing too many things all at the same time. So I chose some cards. They come from these 2 decks. This is the Inner Child deck, and this one is Ask Your Guides deck, which is Sonia Choquette. I don't always like the Sonia Choquette one because sometimes they can be a little bit negative, but I always like the positive stuff, but we have to look at the other stuff too, right? And we are linking with the eclipse, of course, which can link with that, looking at the other side. So the first one that came up for you is the Child of Hearts. That is Goldilocks. So you can see in the background the 3 bears, the mommy, daddy and baby bear coming back. And Goldilocks is looking into the house and she's thinking to herself, ooh, those beds look nice and comfy, don't they? I'll go in there and take a look around. So she's got a little heart angel on her, like a slide on her hair. So I feel that you're being guided by angels right now to be more curious, to maybe take a step into something where you're going to try a few things on for size, and it's going to be a bit of an adventure. I feel like, you know, with these 3 bears right now, that there's a potential to make new friends as well. That's the feeling with that particular card. And then the Ask Your Guides card came up as Divine Mother, which is actually really nice. Unconditional love. So with this, you are being protected, nurtured, loved, cared for, etc. And it has lots of red in it. So that red could very well be about linking with your family right now as well. Alright then, so our next color is Robin's Egg Blue. So that's a kind of a pale blue, isn't it? And this time of year, of course, with EOSTRE, then we tend to have those paler colors, those pastel colors. And for us in the Northern Hemisphere, of course, we are coming into spring. So as daffodils starting to come up, and tulips and crocuses and what have you. So with that Robin's Egg Blue, it's about fertility. There's an energy of fertility, not blue itself, but the actual egg is about fertility. But blue, the pale blue, is also about beginning and connecting with the divine will. So I feel with this that it's saying that something is breaking open, something is being born, could be you, and it could be about fertile ideas, but because it links with the divine, sometimes you're not going to get what you most want. And that blue energy is saying, the divine is guiding you where you need to go, what you need to look at, the sense of the direction you need to take right now. And if you struggle, then it's going to make it worse for you. So there's almost a sense of go with your intuition is guiding you. And sometimes we throw all our toys out of the pram and say, I don't want that though. That's not what I want. But the divine says, this is what you signed up for. Let's go this way. And part of you might be saying, no, I want to go that way. But the divine is just trying to guide you where you need to go right now. But it's part of your contract. It's part of your plan that this was the way that you wanted to be guided. So there's a sense that it's almost like I want to say, stop struggling. Just stop struggling. Go with your intuition, but your true intuition, and not necessarily what you want to happen, which you might be mistaking for your intuition. Hope that makes sense. That blue energy is also, you know, when I think about it, the blue color is something which was not in our language. It was a surprising kind of color that just was not in our language. It was something that was brought into our language only a century or 2 centuries, or not very long ago. Really wasn't very long ago. Before that, descriptions of things like the sky and the ocean, etc., had different colors. So that blue energy to me is saying, especially as this is something that's popped into my head, is saying that there's something you need to see that maybe you don't understand and you can't put it into words right now, and that can be your intuition. But it's almost like eventually it will come into your subconscious and you will understand it, and you will have words for it, and you'll be able to describe it, and then you'll know exactly where you need to go. Right then. We get it in the end right. So the cards for you are the 7 of Swords. This is the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is this little boy that is writing in a sacred scroll. So he is learning wisdom, and he's looking out of the window. It's almost like he's meditating or contemplating the journeys that he could take, you know, in the future, or the possibility, where is that boat going to go next, etc. And he's got these books that are on the desk here, and he's got that access to knowledge. So it's a little bit like now we have that access to the intuition, we have the access to knowledge. But here he is writing, and he's using one of his swords to write, and he's just thinking about what he needs to write next. And he's going off, it's almost like into a little dream world, into the possibilities, all the possibilities that are there in the future. So I feel I feel that this card for you, because I feel like it's literal to a certain extent, to write down what it is you want. Write down how you want your life to look in the next 5, 10, 15 years or whatever. Where do you want your focus to be? Where do you want that boat to end up, etc.? You know, because there is a feeling with this that you have access to everything that you need. It just may not be available to you right now, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's a job for you to do. So the other one is kind of interesting, I've just realized. It's survival and it's healer guides. What's interesting to me is there's a boat in this one, there's a boat in here as well. So I feel, you know, boats can be like relationships because of that ship energy, right? For some reason. So with this, with the healer guides and survival, I feel almost as if, again, there's a time, it's almost like you need some time to yourself to figure things out. Write what you need for your future, what you need for now, etc. And also with this, you know, there's little sharks around you, which is sort of interesting, but I feel that you are being put into this light of protection. So even though things may look a little bit dire around you, Spirit is looking after you. You are being well cared for and protected. Green is the protective color, by the way. And of course, next we're moving on to green. So we have lime green. Oh, I love lime green. I just made this bracelet with emeralds in it, with emerald stones in it. And I was just looking at it, and it's just beautiful, that green energy, especially now, because, you know, in the northern hemisphere, we're in the north here in upstate New York, we're waiting for the green to come back again. And I've seen the daffodils and the crocuses in my garden that are starting to come up, that lovely green that comes up with new birth. So the green for you, of course, is like a new beginning. It's a new energy. So when I was thinking about this, and of course green links with the heart chakra, there was another vibe that was coming with this. And you know, right at the beginning we had the blood red, and then we had the green, and they're opposite each other on the color wheel. So there's almost a sense of, you know, that blood red is about things that haven't been going right, and now that it's time to move forward. Well, the green, it's almost like you need to just be. It's time to just be and allow things to grow around you, allow the earth to blossom, allow yourself to blossom. Stop pushing to get to a certain place. Just allow it to be right now and be in this present moment now. I feel as if this is a great year for you, and of course this is very general, so you know, even if you have a difficult year, there is still the sense that this year is about growth, about deep growth, about deep change as well, especially with that green energy and the lime green energy. And I feel excited as well. There's a sense of excitement because what just happened was I had this image of coconuts that came through, and that green that's on the outside of the coconut, and then you slash a coconut in half, and there's a surprise in the middle. There's that gorgeous coconut flesh, and there's coconut milk, and there's a sweetness that's there. So I feel like this is a time of surprises for you. That green is about new beginnings, it's about a new life, it's about fresh adventures, and that green energy is saying there is a surprise that's coming up for you, and it's a beautiful, sweet energy as well. Could even be tropical, right? Cool. So let's see what you get. Oh, that's right. Now, you get Seeker of Swords. So the Seeker of Swords is the scarecrow. And the scarecrow comes from the Wizard of Oz. And this is like the scarecrow is looking at the yellow brick road, and he's trying to figure out which way to go. So he's got these swords pointing in different directions. But here's the thing. He's a scarecrow, and look, what's on the fence there is a crow. So he's not very scary, is he? So it's almost like he knows his purpose, but he hasn't quite embraced it, utilized it, hasn't been good at it, something like that. So there is a sense with this of figuring out which way to go, which direction do I take now. And the crow is looking in one particular direction. So I feel that there is guidance for you, that you are getting clues to the direction you need to take. And you know, with the scarecrow, he got stronger and stronger and stronger, didn't he, on that yellow brick road as he went towards the Emerald City. And he realized his purpose as well. He was looking for something outside of himself, and really it was everything he needed was within. So I feel that's the same with you. We can say that for everybody, but I feel that that's a message for you right now. Lime green has that yellow in it, has the blue and the yellow in it. So it's like your own little yellow brick road, which is the solar plexus. So the solar plexus and the heart chakra are linking together. So this is a power time for you, as we've already said. And it's about finding your power. It's about finding your purpose. It's about standing up for yourself. And it's really about having courage as well to take that road, maybe the road less traveled for you. So the other card that came up for you is self-control, and it's higher self. When I looked at this card, when it came out of the pack, I saw these two bodies here, these two energies, and then there's a body that's meditating, and then there's one that is bigger, and then there's all these people that are kind of around on the red earth, all around them. So I feel that with this, that it's saying, well, there's a lot of stuff going on outside of yourself, but maybe it's time for you to go inside and connect to your own higher wisdom. You don't need advice from somebody else, intuitive advice from somebody else outside of yourself. Just go inside into your own higher self. I feel that the self-control aspect is about, again, not looking outside of yourself, but looking inside and looking at your own gifts as well and your own talents right now. All right then, so let's see what color we have for all of us. So I'm going to pop my hand into the bag. Let's see what we're going to get. All right, so do you know what? I was thinking that we were going to have a white stone, and this one is the marble one. So it's a little marble that's got a little, it's almost like a little ghost in the center, and then there's clear on the outside, and then there's a rainbow sheen to it, which is perfect. Do you know what? I feel like that is a wing. It looks like a wing. I feel like the angels are with us right now. So this is an angelically inspired week. So you may notice the numbers 444 or 44, etc., etc. And you probably get messages from your guides. It's a great time to put out a prayer to your angels, to a particular angel or to your guardian angels. I also feel that your angels are going to maybe send you a particular kind of message to let you know that they're there. So sometimes that can be with numbers, it can be with coins, it can be with feathers, it can be that you turn on the radio and there's a song on there, maybe, you know, the angel song by McLaughlin, I've forgotten her first name. So something like that. There's a sense of your angels are going to send you a message to let you know that they're there. Ooh, how exciting. So the cards that came up for us, these are kind of interesting. We have first the Ace of Swords. So here's the Ace of Swords. Now look at that. That is King Arthur. And he is getting the sword out of the stone. And he's got the mojo to do it as well. He's got the ability to do it. So I feel that message for us, who's taking Excalibur out of the stone, that message for us is that we have what we need. We have the mojo to do something which seems impossible to other people, and they may not understand how to do it. But you know how to do it. I know how to do it. We all know how to do it. And we just need to show other people that we can, even though they may be doubting Thomases. Great. So now the other card is competition, which is a warrior guides, which is kind of interesting, when you link it with this one. So other people may be trying to do what you're doing, and that's the competitive part of it. And you may be feeling like, whoa, there's tons of people that do what I do, so why would I do this? But this card is saying, because you are different. You are the only person that can do what you do. You are the only person on this planet who has these particular selves, these particular thoughts, this particular energy, etc. You're totally unique. And I feel that is what this card is saying. So there's no need for you to be in competition. You may feel like you're struggling, like you're pulling something or trying to do something, you're struggling with it, etc. But it's almost like you're struggling against yourself. You are unique, you are different. You are the only person that can do what you do. You are the only person on this planet that is you. You are completely unique, so there's no need to struggle. Okay, so that's it for this week's Colorscope. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please do share it with your friends and your community. Let me know in the comments below if the messages resonated for you. Like my video and also subscribe to my channel as well on YouTube if you can. And remember to grab your free color kit at bit.ly/color kit. Finally, remember you can get this in my store. It's a unique piece, so there will only be maybe 1 or 2 of this particular necklace. My store is store.sealwithlove.com. See you next week. Lots of coloricious blessings to you. Bye.